Okay, hello. So this is going to be a totally on the mat, on the floor sequence. So there's no standing. I have props with me. You're welcome to grab them if you need. You might find it more comfortable to either have a yoga strap, a belt would work if it's long enough, or a towel. So if you want to grab one of those, you might need it, you might not need it. I'm just going to have it there in case. Blocks, again, maybe need them, maybe don't need them. They're really not necessary, but you might find them helpful, especially depending on the size of belly. But again, you can completely do this entire sequence without any props. I just have mine handy in case I need them. We are on our back the entire time. We're not in any given posture for that long, but we are going to be on our back for several minutes, upwards of about 15. So like we talked about before, if laying on your back hurts you, bothers you, causes you that anxious feeling, makes you feel really uncomfortable or nauseous, this isn't the flow for you. So leave it alone, skip it, go to the next one or go to the one before it, no problem. If you're in your first, maybe even through your second trimester, I'm in my second trimester, laying on my back really doesn't bother me yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. If you're in your third trimester, probably want to stay away from this one. We're just getting heavier in general. It's too much weight on that vena cava. It's too much weight on the spine. So if this feels good, do it. If it doesn't, don't. If you want to give it a try and it feels good, keep doing it. And also a great thing to do is if you get into it and it starts to not feel good, you can just simply roll yourself into a fetal position on your side, take a few breaths, take a couple breaks, let everything calm itself down. And if you want to give it a go again, roll onto your back and do that. I'll probably take a couple breaks throughout just to kind of let you know. You can take a break in between each posture, each side. You can take a break halfway through. I mean, you're pregnant. You can take as many breaks as you need. And then if you're not pregnant, this is going to feel great. Awesome postpartum. Awesome just to kind of stretch yourselves out in general. If you are not pregnant, just to get the body to open. So we're going to go ahead and lay ourselves down on our back. We know we need to go sideways if we're pregnant. So go ahead and just ease yourself down there. Roll yourself onto your back. Get yourself situated. I'm in my comfy clothes. You're welcome to be in your comfy clothes as well. Good, and you're just gonna lay down on your back. So the soles of your feet are gonna touch, knees are gonna open, arms are just gonna go nice and wide. If you want the support, you can take those blocks and put them underneath your knees. Usually first or second height feel really nice to prop yourself up. That might feel really good if you wanna do it. If you have the blocks available, go for it. If not, again, you're completely not worried about it. Legs can just open. Maybe arms are wide, maybe you prefer palms on hip bones or belly. And this is an excellent time just to slow everything down and check in. Right away, you're going to start to notice if this is a comfortable place to be or an uncomfortable place to be. If you're already noticing that laying on your back today isn't feeling good, you're moving out of this altogether. You're rolling onto your side, getting up, pressing stop, and finding something else to do. If this feels good, let's just settle in. Give your just head a rock side to side. Roll your shoulders down your back. Again, arms land wherever feels good. Don't worry about pressing the feet together. Let them just get soft. Let the hip creases melt, the inner thighs soften, and then just breathe. Deep, full breath in. Feel the belly expand up. Nice, soft breath out. And breath in. And breath out. See if you can let the jaw soften. Gently seal your lips, breath in through your nose. And breath out through your nose. Good. Softly draw your knees back towards each other. Feet will land flat on the floor. Just give your pelvis a moment to settle. If you need a little rock side to side, go for that. Good, and let's take a big stretch. Toes go forward, hands overhead like you just woke up in the morning. Stretch everything out. Perfect, and then you'll settle your feet flat on the mat. Soften the arms, settle the backs of the shoulder blades down, settle the ribs down so there's not a big arch in the spine. Back of the pelvis is on the ground. Soft curve in the low back, backs of the ribs are settled. So belly is really soft. We're going to head into a half happy baby shape, which means you're going to take your right foot towards the ceiling. You're going to bend your knee as much as you need and then open that thigh really wide. It might feel nice just to plant your hand into the inner crease of your right knee. If you can reach it, maybe you grab the right big toe, or if it's available, maybe you're going for the pinky toe. I like to let my left leg drop back to right where we started our class today, or you can send it long, whatever feels the most stable for you. I'm going to go to that big toe that feels a little more available to me, and this can have movement to it. It can have a soft rock. Again, we're just kind of discovering and noticing what's going on in the body. And notice how the pelvis wants to push up towards the ceiling. That activates the belly, so we want to let that go. Back of the pelvis down. Soft curve is still there. Ribs are still on the ground. Just one more breath in here. One more breath out. Good. You're going to gently let that go. Do whatever you need with that right leg. Maybe move it, wiggle it, maybe bend it and straighten it. And just notice how that right hip crease feels. Settle the right foot down. We're going to find a half happy baby on the other side. So left leg is going to bend deep in the knee. You're going to make a lot of space for the belly, even if you don't have one. And you can grab big toe, pinky toe, or inside the knee. Maybe start with inside the knee and see where you are. And notice what happens. We love to rock to the left because our leg is heavy. You very specifically want to put the back of the right pelvis on the ground. That's why I like to anchor my right knee open. You're again going for whatever place feels the most available to you. There's energy through the heel, but it's not a ton of work. You're just kind of feeling the energy moving. Notice, wow, for me, this side is much tighter than the other side. Just observe. See if you can let go of tension anywhere else. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. You're going to gently let that left leg go. Maneuver it around. Again, any way that feels good. And just notice what's going on in those hip creases. Good. We're going to come back to neutral. Plant your feet flat on the ground. This time you're going to send your right leg up towards the sky like you're standing on the ceiling. So I'll show you my knee. For a lot of us, straightening the leg leads to this sort of sensation. The pelvis came off of the floor, the leg's active, the belly is starting to get squished. I very specifically want the back of the pelvis on the ground. So for pretty much everyone, a little bend or a really deep bend in the knee is what you need. You just want to keep pushing the heel up. So instead of letting the foot fall, you want to keep pressing up. So the heel is going to energize itself up. Your thigh bone is going to try to move itself forward. That's what gives you that straight leg sensation. And then you're going to take your hands behind your thigh and pull your thigh towards your body. So heel is going up, thigh is going forward, and hands are pulling back. So if you're larger or just in general, this feels like it's squishing baby. This is when you grab either your strap or your towel or your belt. You're going to plant it on the pad of your foot, not the arch of your foot, and it's going to be the same action. You'll be able to get a little more space in the leg now, and you'll be able to take the leg a little wider. So you're pushing heel up, thigh bone forward, and just gently energizing the leg back in space. So you're not pulling it back, right? It's pretty much staying where it is. It just has a lot of energy. So if the strap, the towel feels good, keep it. If you prefer to go to the back of the leg, do that, and just breathe. Good. Just one more round here. One more round out. Good. So keep all that energy that you have. Notice if you're really pushing heavy through the pad of the foot, relax the toes and flatten out the foot. So right hand is either going to go inside of the right calf or the inner thigh to draw the leg to the right, or you're going to go ahead and grab onto that strap, that towel, that belt, whatever you have. You're going to press through the heel, keep the bend in the knee, and slowly start to open the leg to the right. I say slowly because if you go quickly, you're rolling to the right. We very specifically don't want to roll and take baby with us. We want the pelvis nice and flat. I like to send my left leg long for this. And instead of thinking how far sideways can I take my leg, I'm actually going to pull my leg up towards my shoulder. Keep that deep bend in the knee. Keep the foot flat rather than pressing through it. Keep it flat. And again, the belt, the towel might feel really nice now. And if not, you're just holding the outside of your leg and you might be really low towards the inner thigh, but you're grabbing wherever feels available. Left hand can settle onto that left hip bone, relax your jaw, settle your shoulder blades down. You're still nice and neutral on your back. And again, how far you go doesn't matter. So if you're not nearly as far as me or if you're farther than me, perfect. That's exactly where you need to be. You might have stopped here and that's great. I just want that pelvis on the ground. Let's keep the low back safe. Just for 3. Just for 2. Good. And 1. You're going to press through the heel, rebend your right knee, draw it back to neutral. And then this time you're either going to switch hands with your strap and towel. Left hand is going to hold it, or the left hand is going to go to the outside of the right calf, outside of the right thigh. Bend stays in the knee, activation through the heel, you're going to send your leg across your body. So yes, there is something there. I like to slip my hand in there, make some space, and then let the belly lay. Notice we don't want to lift the pelvis up. That leads into a deep twist that we don't want. We want the back of the pelvis down. So leg is really going 2 inches, not very far. Notice this happens to all of us. The foot wants to roll. That puts a lot of strain on the outer leg. It might feel a little nice, so if you want to stay there for a moment, you can. But then go ahead and flatten it back out and press through your heel. We actually want to get deeper into the leg, into the IT band, that nice ropey muscle. Keep energy through your left leg and just breathe. Last round. And again, instead of letting the leg fall down, pull it towards your left shoulder. Whoo, there it is. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Soft bend in the right knee. Right leg comes back to neutral. Strap, towel, belt goes, leg goes. Any movement that you need. Definitely might need some movement in that ankle. Let it happen. You'll settle the right foot down. Left leg will go up to the sky. Again, knee is going to bend for all of us, a little or a lot. You can kind of adjust belly. You're either going to grab behind the left leg, and again, you're thinking heel up, thigh bone forward, energy pulling back. So you're moving in 3 different directions. Or if that strap, belt, towel felt really helpful, I know it did for me today, you're going to put it on the pad of your foot again, not the arch. Remember, it has to go up by the toes. Good. Press through the heel. Right leg can go long or stay on the ground. If you need to kind of scoot baby out of the way, go for it. So leg can be a little wider if you need. Settle the pelvis. Just get the anatomy of it going. Breathe in. Soft jaw, heavy head. Breathe out. Again, breath in. Breath out. Bend the left knee a little bit more, press through the heel, and slowly start to open. This one, the right leg definitely will probably want to feel long. You can either counterbalance with the right arm long or plant on the hip. So again, we're not rolling. We don't want that shape because it doesn't matter how far to the left the leg goes, right? Instead of thinking to the left, you're thinking towards the left shoulder to open. Good. Relax the right shoulder blade, relax the jaw. One more breath in here. One more breath out. Good. Deep bend in the knee, pressure through the heel, lift it up. Might have to scoot baby out of the way for this one. You're either grabbing outside of the left leg, up or down, or you're switching hands with your strap. Bend in the knee. Find that space and just take the leg over. Maybe an inch, maybe 2. If you can go more than that, awesome. Maybe you have a really open IT band. Again, the stretch is towards the top outer thigh is what we're looking for. Foot wants to roll. You're not going to let that happen. You're going to flatten, bend the knee, press through the heel. Now I'm getting hamstring and IT band. Great. Nice. One more round. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Press through the heel. Unleash. Strap out of the way, towel out of the way, let that go. This time you're going to tuck both knees in as wide as you need. Little rock side to side. Get the chin involved as well. Good. And just send the legs up towards the ceiling like you're standing on the wall. This should feel nice. So bend the knees as much as you need. Instead of letting the feet fall, again, you're just going to press lightly through the heels. Back of the pelvis is on the ground. Belly is happy. There's no muscular work. Shoulders are relaxed, a little heavier through the head. Walk your shoulders down. Just breathe in and out. Good. In and out. Nice gentle bend to the knees. Let the legs fall. If they need some movement, find it. Go ahead and plant your feet and then just roll over into a fetal position for a moment. So either side, just give yourself that little break. Arm is there for a cushion, maybe hand on belly, or just give yourself a break off your back. Breathe in. Good, and just breathe out. Perfect. Roll back onto your back. A little bit more to do. We're going to head into a bridge pose. It can be supported or not. So if you have a block, you're welcome to use the option of having it supported. Just have your block handy. If you don't want it supported, perfect. No block for you. You're going to walk your heels as close to your butt muscles as feels good. Fingertips are grazing towards those heels. There we go. Notice we like to buckle the heels in. Let them open out, right? So knees and hips are in exactly one line. You can see. You're going to press into your feet. Weight through the heels first. Think kneecaps forward as your hips go up. Kneecaps forward as your hips go up. Good. Drive the shoulders down. Press more into the head. Puff the rib cage up. Inner knees squeeze in just a little bit. Let it feel nice and active. Keep thinking of the front body getting longer and more spacious. Good. One more breath in. Press a little bit more through the big toes. Breathe out. You're going to move the butt bones forward as you lower yourself all the way down. Perfect. Back to the same shape we started. Feet touch, knees open wide. Hands go wherever feels good to you. Just settle the pelvis for a moment. Just take a breath in. And just take a breath out. Good. We're going to do one more round of that. So this one's either going to be more active, or maybe you want to do that bridge pose with a block this time. So you're welcome to do either. Plant your feet again, or maybe you do exactly what we did. Arms are long, you're going to press, kneecaps forward, hips lift high. If you want it a little more active, start to puff the ribs right away. You can interlace your hands behind your body, press the palms together, the pinky fingers down, and start to really puff the heart. Notice the knees want to open. I want you specifically to draw them back towards each other, so you're getting really active. For me today, I'm going to take that block and put it at the back of my pelvis at its lowest height. So usually lowest or second height feels good. This is a supported bridge pose. Again, arms can go wherever you need. You're just here for a couple more breaths. If you're supporting your bridge pose, give that block weight. It's at the back of the pelvis, the block. Just breathe in and out. If you're still active in your bridge pose, keep thinking of your heart getting wider and your chin getting more spacious away from your chest. Last round, breath in. Breath out. Good. Slowly start to lower down. If you have a block there, just gently shift it out of your way and then lower yourself all the way down. Now we'll find a fallen bridge. Knees touch, feet wiggle wide. Arms once again go wherever you need. Roll the shoulder blades out of your way. Just breathe in. And just breathe out. Good. So keep your feet wide, open your knees up. So now feet and knees are exactly where we need them to be. We're going to stretch into the front of the thighs, into the front of the quads. So feet stay wide, knees stay wide. So this is not a twist, everything's staying wide. You're going to spread your arms out to a nice wide T, move the shoulders out of the way, and then just drop both of your knees over towards the left. So again, we're not twisting. The pelvis is pretty neutral. Let's get this guy out of the way. And then you can start to feel that stretch right through the front of the right hip right away. You want that hip bone and the knee in one line. So for some of us, the right knee is in quite a bit and we're not feeling a lot of sensation. So walk your right foot to the right until your knee is in line with your hip bone. If you want more sensation, you can walk the right foot further to the right or pull your heel closer to your butt. So if that still feels good, keep it. Check in with the low spine, the belly. Everything should be happy. If there's clenching in the low spine, maybe give yourself a little more space. Move the shoulder blades out of the way. Check in or back out of it just a little bit. It doesn't have to be super intense. We have a couple rounds of breath here. Good. And if you find yourself super open, you're not feeling a ton of sensation, you're also welcome to cross your left ankle over top of the right thigh. So did you see what just happened? Gravity, the weight of your leg is going to take over. That's much more intense. If that bothers your low back at all, don't do it. And if it feels like too much, don't do it, because why not? This for me is enough today, so that's where I'm going to stay. Good. One more round in. One more round out. Good. If you walked your right foot wide, you're going to walk it back in to take care of your knee. Plant it back onto your mat. Knees come up. Pelvis drops down, so you're neutral first. Knees and feet stay wide. Everything's going to melt over to the right. Same options. Left foot can walk more to the left if you need. Settle, right? So the hip bones are still nice and square. The chest is spreading wide. Arms are wide. Chin can drop in either direction, whatever feels good to you. And there's just a lot of breath. Good. Option to cross right ankle over left thigh if that feels good. If it's too much, and for me it is, you're just going to let that go. Worth a shot though. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. If the left foot walked wide, walk it back in first. Take care of the knee. Legs come back up. Good. Settle the pelvis down. Let it feel nice and neutral. And then once again, knees come in towards your chest. Little rock side to side. You're going to leave the right knee where it is. Send the left leg long. So the right knee is wide. It's lots of space for the belly. It's not crushing it in. It's really open. If you can interlace your hands, go for that and give yourself more of a tug. Again, we're not rocking to the right. We're neutral through the pelvis. We're just squeezing into the hip crease. Maybe even getting a little extra length through that left front hip crease. That feels really nice. Breath in. Breath out. Can you relax your shoulder blades? One more. Breath in. Good. And then this time we're going to cross the right leg across the body to find a nice open twist. I like to use a block at its second height. Maybe you want a block, maybe you don't have one. Again, it doesn't matter. Right knee is going to cross the body. I'm going to shift my pelvis over first and let the right leg land on that block. Arms are going to go wide. If you don't have a block and you find that this twist feels like too much, drop your knee down quite a bit and let it be really open. If that still feels like too much because of baby, get out of it. Just roll yourself back, roll into a fetal position. Just skip these two postures. We're not here long. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. See, that was it. Right knee comes back across the body, lands onto the ground. You're going to have to shift the pelvis back to neutral. Draw the left knee out around the baby. Extend your right leg long. Rock. Squeeze. Lengthen. Feel the right leg getting longer, longer, longer. The pelvis settling down. Breathe in. And out. Good. Last round. Breath in. You're going to shift the pelvis over to the left. Let the left leg fall. Again, block if you need it. Any height that you need. I like it to run the length of my shin. That feels good to me. Maybe you want it higher or lower. And if you feel any tugging or if it feels not great, you're going to get out of it. If you need more space in your chest, you need to nudge your right shoulder blade over to the right. Good. Last breath in. Last breath out. Good. Gently come back to neutral. Reshift the pelvis right back onto the ground. We're going to go for a full happy baby now. Super wide in the pelvis as we already are. Big toes, little toes, backs of knees is the easiest. Next would be big toes. More challenging is pinky toes. So whatever you have available, just notice that what you grabbed, if it's lifting that pelvis off of the ground, you've gone too far. It's more important that the pelvis is on the ground. So grab what's available to you. A lot of us like just to hook onto those big toes. And you want to keep thinking, press the butt bones forward, slide the head back, and relax your shoulder blades down. We tend to get really rounded and lifted here. That's way too much activity. This should feel soft. Little energy through the heels. Breath in. And breath out. If it's available, you might want to play, straightening one leg, maybe the other leg, maybe both legs. Again, what feels good, what's available. If the pelvis is lifting, settle it back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So if it's available to you, you're going to softly bend the knees and start to draw the legs towards each other like you're standing up the wall. So you're pushing through the heels and drawing the legs together. If it's not available, you're going to bend your knees, give them a little shake, and then just come right back to that legs up the wall. So you go where it feels good to you. Settle the pelvis down wherever you are. Lengthen the neck. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Melt the knees down. Squeeze, rock, shake. Let all of that go. We're going to go exactly back to the same shape we started in. So soles of the feet touch, knees open, arms settle wherever. Blocks are there if you need. I want you to press into the back of your skull. Lift your shoulders up, move them out of your ears. Feel all of the back of the ribs settle down. Belly is soft and happy. You're just feeling as you breathe in, the belly rises up. And the belly falls down. Make the pelvis heavy. Relax the groin. One more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Gently roll yourself over onto either side. I'm going to head onto my right side. Soft fetal position. Take a moment. If it feels good and you want to stay here, please do. It's a lovely place to rest. If you're ready, you're going to use a hand to help you draw yourself all the way up to a seat. Again, legs can cross, feet can touch, whatever feels good. Sit up tall, feel the weight of your butt bones. Notice how different it feels to not be on our back. Shoulders might need a little roll, and just check in and notice how you feel. Drag those hip bones up a little bit, support for the belly, wide in the chest. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Hands to heart center, chin into your chest. Thank yourself for slowing down, for taking care of yourself from the inside out, and for finding some time for yourself. Last breath out. That's it. Awesome work. I hope that one felt really nice. I know it did for me. That's a great one to do after a workout that you've done, before a workout when you just wake up, when you're about to tuck yourself into bed, or like I am right now after my afternoon nap, to hopefully give me energy for the rest of the day. So I hope you feel good. Again, if laying on your back felt great, do it. If it doesn't, don't. Same thing goes for the rest of your pregnancy. If it feels good, we do it. If it doesn't feel good, we don't. That's it. I'll see you soon. Bye.